All right. All right. So we are back Sunday, first weekend of football, actually, but we're not watching football today. We decided to do some work. Um, yeah, so today pretty much what we're gonna be going over is just Forex. You know what I mean? Like what we do, the first thing we do, how we get into the rhythm of things, especially on a Sunday after the weekend, after the market close. Because this is where it's where champions are made, it's the work that you don't see, the behind the scenes. The first thing that we do is we check Forex Factory. The reason why we check Forex Factory because we want to see the type of news that has been going on around the world because a lot can happen throughout the weekend. And you don't have access to the market on the weekend unless you trade in cryptocurrency. Then you have access to that 24/7. But with the forex market, the stock market, whatever you trade in, you only got access to it on for forex Sunday starting at 5 p.m. till Friday ending at 5 p.m. So we open up at the Japanese session, Asian session, excuse me, and you know, after that, we gotta just check the charts. We gotta just see what's been going on, throughout the world. So that's the most important thing, especially since you're trading a currency. Like the Queen of England died and GU shot up. So those are the things, we gotta look at. All right, so we said Forex Factory. Nothing's happening this Sunday, but look at this. There's a red folder at 2 a.m. today for GU. Then we got a whole bunch of other folders. Then something for at 4 a.m. Then that's tentative. So who knows how that's going to affect the market. Then we want to see like what's going on with some U.S. news, because the U.S. market is going to affect the British pound. That's the pair I trade. Like the euro. So the US dollar is going to affect everything. So you want to make sure that you know like what's going to be happening throughout the week. Like, are there any major events that's going to affect your trade that you're in or thinking about getting in as well? Especially for GU right now, and we're going to look at this later when I'm on the charts of how I think it's going to go in a consolidation zone, and I'm gonna show you guys later why. So this news is so effective because if it's gonna consolidate, you're gonna want to know potentially when the consolidation could be broken out of or continue, whatever the case is. So you just want to be aware of certain things because sometimes news could happen and it could fake you out and prices go all the way up and then come back down, and you want to know how to catch those moves. So you have to be aware of what's going on from technicals to fundamentals. That's just me personally. That's just the way I trade. So Tuesday we got some news 8:30 in the morning. Wednesday 2 a.m. and 8:30. Odd has some news that might affect GU. Then we have some more news on Thursday. And on Friday we have some more. We have some red folders. So the red folder means the market's going to be moving. These are major events that have happened that's going to affect what's going to be going on inside the market. All right. So um um so first thing we got to do is check the news. I like to check Forex Factory. That's the news site that I use. I also use CNBC. I do a quick scan of it. Let's see what's going on. Like, something red would pop up right there. And if something major is happening. Let's see what else. So yeah, I mean, I just look for things that's gonna jump out at me, whether if it's an article about investing, saving money, an article about a CFO being fired, or something happening with interest rates. So these are the things that I check for when I'm trading. All right. So then now what we do is we get to the charts. It's my favorite part. This is what I'm here for these charts, for these trades. Every time that thing loads like that, I get so scared thinking like my like everything I analyze is gonna be gone. But I mean, it really doesn't matter anyway because You just reanalyze it, doesn't matter. All right. So for this week, oh, excuse me, well, actually last week, the way the market ended. So the market came down, hit this support area, and this is the major support area, and it's off the weekly time frame. And I have a zone around it because the market just has been going bearish. And this is the lowest the market has ever been. I believe this was back around COVID. This is March 2020. Um, so the fact that we're back at this low point again is very interesting to see like what can happen. Because usually when we're at like the low point in the market or the high point, sometimes the market likes to consolidate for a little while, especially on the higher time frames, especially since like this is going to be like whether it's going to be a major trend change or whether if the market's going to go down further. Just because if the euro, I mean, if the GU, the British pound does go down further, that just shows that our currency is really a piece of shit. um, and that their currency is just pretty much going to be stronger. So yeah, I mean, we just got to keep trading and just follow the market, just following the trend because the trend is your friend. Um, so yes, I mean, as you see, GU it's just been on a tear down like for weeks and weeks and weeks, so just like um, if it's selling, hey, listen, we got to sell, but if it's consolidating, it's going to drop. Like I said, we got to sell. But if it's consolidating, it's going to go back up because since we're at this low point, we just really have to just, see what's going on. So that's through daily. So when I'm on the weekly, I mean, that's the weekly. When I'm on the weekly chart, I can look at the candle, see how last week ended. This looks like a nice spinning. I don't know what to call this candle. It's like a nice spinning. I don't want to call it a spinning top. Um, but yeah, nice wick to the downside, nice wick to the upside, and a nice, full bullish candle. So to show that there are some buyers inside the market right now, a lot of people like to buy at the low. So this might be a reversal. We'll see. So on the daily time frame, I have this zone right here. So this is my consolidation zone. All right. So this is where I believe the market is going to stop and keep going. But also too, I have my support, my resistance on like the H4 time frame, just to see particular areas in the market where structure lines up, where I could potentially get in, or where the market might, reverse, whatever the case is, depending on how I'm analyzing it. So yeah, so I'm seeing a lot of wicks to the downside and to the upside. So I just measured out the first two because usually that just kind of sets the tone. Then especially with the H4 resistance and support being drawn out, but with these trend lines, that gives me more detail on whether if price breaks its resistance, then we can potentially keep going up. So this is what I was talking about earlier on how like the market sometimes as well could just, shoot up, then come right back down, and if you're in a consolidation zone, like this is like just shooting fish in a barrel, to be quite honest. This is shooting fish in a barrel. Because what you'll notice is you can literally catch the sell, then catch the buy going back up, catch the buy, then catch the sell going down, catch the sell, catch the buy, catch the sell, catch the buy. Catch the buy, catch a little bit of the sell if you want. So it's literally like just shooting fish in a barrel. So that's why you just have to be aware of where you are in the trend. That's the most important thing, to try to take advantage of the opportunity that is being given to you. All right. So after the daily candle, after looking at the daily chart, I like to look how like the past few days have been, like, is momentum building up towards a certain direction, or is it kind of just staying still, whatever the case is, I don't do too much analyzing. I may draw support and resistance on the daily, sometimes here and there. I believe this orange line actually, wait, let me see. I want to move it. It's wrong. Yeah, so no. So I didn't draw any real support resistance on the daily time frame. And it's also good to label your stuff just so you don't forget, or you can color coordinate it, whatever you want to do, whatever the case is, who cares, just do what makes you happy. So what I've been noticing is that GU, it looks like it's going to be reversing because look at this double bottom right here. I'm seeing structure right here being formed. I'm seeing a lot of bullish momentum. So like it gives me hope. It gives me a lot of hope, but also too, don't be shocked if price just likes to play around these resistance areas and drop back down, because that's what the market does. It's going to try to get your money. So you have to know how to react to the market. All right. Look out for these wicks, see like, all right, like did price break this on a 4 hour? Let's see. Nope, price is consolidating on this resistance. All right. A double top might be getting to form right here. You have to like really have an eye for these things to see what could happen in the market. You're predicting, well, you're not predicting, but you're making an educated decision whether or whether or not the market is going to go up or if the market is going to go down. And you have to know what you're looking at to get inside the market. You have to know what you're looking at. You have to look at structure. You have to look at your support and resistance. If you can draw a trend line, draw that trend line, you know? There's a trend line right here. Boom. Market hit it twice. The market hit it twice. You know, me personally, like I'm very picky about my setups. Especially with my trading plan and just the way I trade. I like to look for certain things like bullish engulfings, bearish engulfings, morning star patterns, evening star patterns, a lot of different things. And I pay a lot of attention to like the candlesticks to see how much they get filled, to see the volume inside the market. That plays a big factor on whether or not, if you want to get out the market, depending on the kind of trading you're doing. I like to look at the larger time frames to get the grand scheme of things, look at everything that's going on inside the market. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So with GU, honestly, I believe it's going to be in consolidation zone. Um, we're going to see what happens. You see how prices on this resistance right here. Then also too, we have this. I don't know. I'm drawing a blank right now. This indicator. Um, acting as another resistance. I'm seeing wicks of upside. Also too, looking at the volume, I'm seeing a lot of like some more bullish volume. So I want to see some bearish volume. But again, if I don't get the bearish volume off this resistance, then guess what? I'm going to take it for the buy as well. My entries are usually made on a smaller time frames as well, and the smaller time frames tell you a lot as well on what's going on, especially with structure, because like structure is going to be getting held on these smaller time frames, and you're going to have to know how to like look at them and just like see how like structures never getting broken, because sometimes the candle could like fill with like a lot of volume. Like let's say candle come all the way down here, right? With all this volume. And guess what? If this resistance, let me just make this ugly color, bright color. So like, if the support doesn't break and price just continues to go back up, especially on like, these smaller time frames, looking at structure and looking at this, like, your support and resistance area, like that just like that will still tell you that you're in the buy, and that's another entry opportunity, depending on how the candles form and everything. So there's a lot of things you have to do. You have to just, put the picture, you have to put all these pieces together to make a picture for the most part, and you just have to make an educated guess. So yeah, so that's pretty much my analysis. That's pretty much it. Um, you know, this week I think GU might be in a consolidation zone. But then again, if it breaks out either way, we're gonna take it regardless, So my direction is my bias is bullish. I mean, a consolidation zone. I mean, I like, buying and selling, but also too, we're not biased. We're not biased. We're not gonna be stuck in just one direction saying the market is going to just go one way and that's gonna be it. You really have to be open-minded. You really have to, just analyze, trade. And the reason why, because you have to know where the market's going to be going, because we're here to make money, right? So in order to make money, you have to make the proper decisions on, should I buy or should I sell? You know, have a trading plan, have your stop loss, have your like, you know, analyze the chart fully. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. So see something here. Stop sharing. We're still recording. All right, cool. Something popped up on the screen. So that's why I was like, I thought maybe like stop recording. But anyways, yeah, you know, another thing too is, you know, when you're trading, you have to have good psychology. You have to know that mistakes happen. You know, sometimes you're not always going to be right, but guess what? Brush it off, move on to the next trade, move on to the next trade, move on to the next trade. You know, like feel that loss or don't feel that loss at all, depending on like, you know, the type of person that you are. Me personally, I don't like to feel them. So I say fuck it. I learned from the mistake that I made because the mistake was either emotional or technical, or it might have been both. So you know, like you want to make sure that you're journaling, you're logging your trades, to see like what happened in that moment that caused me to lose, so you can show up and be prepared for that move if it ever happens again. Because in the market, it like the patterns just repeat themselves over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. Literally, they just repeat themselves over and over again. Like you will always see a double top, double bottom. You're always going to see a bearish engulfing candle, bullish engulfing candle, shooting star patterns, hammers. You're going to see these things over and over and over again. So it's like you might as well learn to learn how to identify them, and sometimes staying out of the trade to see how the trade sets itself up, then also back testing. Like these are things that you have to do to like really be a great trader. And really like you really have to just submerge yourself in the charts. You really just have to understand like what's going on. You know, you have to be clear, precise, and just, you know, just go, 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 go. But also to be relaxed at the same time, and don't make rash decisions like if you see like a candle, you know, let's see if we can find like a good example. I would say like, these are probably good examples down there. Let's go to higher time frame. Let's go to higher time frame. Like the reason why I say you have to like really just, you know, be able to just switch on a dime, especially with trading and like learning this type of stuff, because like watch this. Like imagine being in a trade, you're in a buy. Oh wait, it's moving too fast. Small time frame. All right. Well, obviously, there's a couple of things that you're going to see on here that, you know, kind of indicates that that you're going to be in a sell. But also, but if you're not aware of these type of things, like for example, the spinning top, you know, notice how the market, like look how the market just shot up, right? Like, yo, if you wasn't aware of one, the spinning top, two, this resistance right here, and three, this hammer, and four, this bearish engulfing candle, like if you're not aware of all that stuff right there, you're not gonna you know be able to make decisions quickly. You're not gonna like if you're just stuck in the buy, like oh my god, like the market is gonna go up, the market is gonna go up. Like no, you have to like learn how to read all these things. You know, you have to just adjust your strategy, and also too, you take a look at structure. So many different confluences that told you to sell this trade, but yeah, you just have to just learn how to just really be just know what you're doing at the end of the day. You just have to know what you're doing and believe in yourself, believe in trades, and just scratch them if they don't work out because there's always going to be another trade. All right. So listen, hope y'all trade with confidence this week. I'll be back with another video. I don't know if I'm gonna make one. I don't know if I'm gonna make a video analyzing the charts like every day, but I'll do something. I'm gonna do something. I definitely plan on doing like an FTMO challenge as well. And doing that live and recording the process to see, you know, so you guys can see how I trade. You know, see me live in the trading process, the thought process that goes into one trade. Like, you know, yeah, let's have some fucking fun with this. This is gonna be exciting. So yeah, we're gonna do an FTMO challenge. We're gonna do 25K. And we're just gonna take it, we're gonna run with it. We're gonna take it, we're gonna run with it. So yeah, let's fucking do this. And I'm also going to drop some more videos about support resistance, some structure. I'm just gonna be dropping a whole bunch of things, honestly. I'm just gonna just put my knowledge out there, just because I learned a lot, especially trading. Like I believe in myself. My technicals are just there. I know how to read the charts. I'm very good at trading. But what has defeated me before in the past is psychology, and that can be very tough sometimes to overcome and understand, like, why are you trading like this? What are you doing to not be better every single day? So the goal is to be great, not average, not good, but great. That is the goal, to be fucking great. So that's why I have Trade with Greatness, because we are on a journey of being great, baby. So with that being said, I'm out. I love y'all, and I hope everybody has a blessed night, a blessed week, and let's make some motherfucking money, y'all. Peace.